Yeah, it's gonna be the final series. Then and then we can go and get some Eggos.
I don't have any of those. I don't know what I'm eating. I might eat some pierogies.
My God.
I have pierogies, I have chicken, and I have shrimp. And I have green beans. And rice. I can make anything happen.
You always have.
Yesterday, I actually made fresh salmon with rice, and I also put I made a homemade teriyaki sauce and put it on top.
Wait,
teriyaki salmon.
How do you make your salmon? How do you cook your salmon?
I have a cast iron skillet, and I just season it up on both sides and slap it on the cast iron and pretty much just grill it till it's nice and crispy with a bunch of good seasonings, a lot of garlic and herb. Throw some butter in it, and then that's pretty much it. Except for this time, yesterday, I put a little teriyaki sauce I made on the side, poured it over top, and cooked it again, and made it all crispy, and put it over rice. What about you? You just eat it in sushi?
Yeah. I mean, I've had like grilled salmon. That's typically how we have it here. Like you like, you know, you get some lemons and you wrap it up in foil. You put it in the grill, things like that.
Yeah. The lemons is a good one. I need to try the lemons. I've just been doing old school style. Just throw it on the skillet, cook it, eat it. It's delicious. I feel like that's this player's style here. You just throw it at the opponent, go blink stalkers, kill him, expand, win. That's all he does here. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Final matchup of the evening. He's a qualifier. This is a chance right here. Death or Ellie. It's a Protoss playing for Alpha X, the last standing North American player. It's on the line for USA. It's Astrea.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Death Aura LE, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Rogue. Mate, all right.
No 12 fool.
No 12 fool. Okay, this is kind of expected. So I don't know what to expect coming into this series because, again, Showtime just 3-0'd Rogue. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me because when I think of the South Korean Zergs and how they perform, like, Rogue has been looking pretty good in this matchup. Like, he's recently beaten Zest in best of fives. He's recently beaten Stats in best of fives. Like, he's looking solid in this matchup, but somehow, some way, Showtime was able to close it out against him. There's an opportunity for Astrea.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. Astrea's honestly on fire. Anything's possible right now. Just seeing the last few games, he's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. For the people in the chat, like, if anyone was watching Rogue versus Showtime, you know, let us know. Of course, we were busy casting other series, so we don't really know what happened. We got to see a couple of glimpses here and there, and it looked like Showtime did just kind of get that, like, maxed out carrier army push across the map, and there was just so much for him, you know, with those carriers, with storms. If Astrea does the same, maybe he can pull it off.
Yeah. You know, does Astrea need to do that? You know, what did he go against D-Laser?
I mean, the game never got that far.
Yeah. Maybe he actually Adept. Maybe he goes for some Adept play after game one. I picture game two Adepts.
We'll see. I mean, he could still go game
one. He
could
still go Adept here.
Yeah.
It is popular now to go for the Starport first, get a Void Ray out, and then go into the Adept still.
Exactly. We do have this Stargate opener. Regardless of what comes out here, whether it's an Oracle into a Void Ray or a Void Ray first, you can throw down some tech afterwards. It doesn't have to be a second Stargate. It can be a Twilight Council.
Let's see what it goes for here. I do like the Oracle. Astrea is pretty good with this Oracle harass, I feel, lately. Like, there's a lot of people out there who are, like, on point with their Oracles, with different updates of the game, but I feel like right now where StarCraft is Astrea, he might have the best Oracle micro.
He's gonna have to prove it to us here and now as he's sending his first Oracle across the map. It isn't a double or triple Oracle opener. It is only a single one going across the map. Then he's focusing on that Void Ray to try and deny all this scouting, all these Overlords.
Yeah, he got the wall up. He has 2 gates down. So I feel like, you know, no indication of anything crazy, but he might go gate focus. Oh. Composition. Okay. Even pulls the queens back. Doesn't even really lose health, just shield.
This is interesting. This is something we haven't seen for a while. After going for the Void Ray, he's getting a second Oracle.
Yeah, it's not bad. As long as he keeps this one alive. Oh, no.
Jesus.
That's going to make this a lot more difficult now.
Yeah. Even with shields recharging, like a lot of health was lost there on that first Oracle. So
that's a very delicate Oracle now. That is a glass Oracle.
Oh, yeah. And we were talking about the possibility we do have a Twilight Council being thrown down afterwards. And I'm really curious what Astrea decides to go for here. The standard thing is to go for charge, like +1 charge lots from here. But there are a couple of players who have been messing around with +1 and Blink Stalkers instead.
Adepts. No, I'm just kidding. He should go. I mean, he could go Resonating Glaive to Depths, and if he keeps him alive, get the Robo and then go into like Colossus. I don't know. This is big speculations here. I would assume he gets like maybe a Zealot charge push here. He got some sentries though, so I don't know. I can't really read it here. I think that's a problem. This is where Zergs are failing right now. It's so hard to read a Protoss these days, even with all the information.
I mean, what's crazy is that Twilight Council finished up and there's still no upgrade. Like, this is either Astrea forgot it or, it's just a little bit delayed as, you know, he's doing this more standard thing.
So he's going to go for the Zealot and Archons here.
Charge Lot Archons are the name of the game for Astrea.
I like the Void Ray here. He brought it up with the Oracles, that low health Oracle. Still making that alive. Lost a little bit too much on that Void Ray, I feel.
Yeah, he did get the Overlord in the end, and I guess you could argue that this Void Ray, it's not that useful anymore here in the mid game.
Yeah, true. It is pretty useless. It's nice just keeping the army though, or around with the Oracles. Oh, that's crazy, man.
He commits in.
I mean, these are also kind of useless units as well. Oh, that's a mistake though. You don't want to lose those for free.
Exactly. Not with all that energy as well. One of the Oracles does get taken out. Meanwhile, we do have an Infestation Pit on the way for Rogue. We already have a Hydrogen, so he could be looking to get into Lurkers.
Look at this tech from Rogue. This is great. He's just getting everything at once. +1. He's even going straight in Hive. He's getting Lurkers.
Oh my god. And he saw everything as well. This Overseer is here in the main base. Where's that Void Ray? It should be here to try and deny this vision, but just sees everything.
We don't ever really get to see anything like this. I love this fast Lurker play. This is amazing. Just takes out those rocks. He's like, you can watch me take out the rocks. That's just for later. Throws the ball down. You let the oh, there it goes. Oh, good dodge. What a save.
Nice. And we'll see how things go, because again, things are for the most part a little bit passive. Like Astrea, he is able to get his 4th base up and running. That's, you know, one of the advantages of Death Aura. These 4 bases here in the corner are pretty easy to get up. Getting the 5th can be a little bit more difficult, but yeah, he's working on his storm.
To be honest, I feel like lately I've kind of been doing this as well, going like fast Lurker Hydra. I feel like Lurkers are a good answer to everything. You can take out the ground army, plus you can have Hydras to back it. So you can go against a mostly air army from Protoss or a mostly ground army from Protoss. So I feel like Lurkers are pretty strong right now.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good. Obviously, like, as a Zerg player, you have to be careful not to invest too heavily into them, especially if you don't scout and, like, the Protoss transitions into Skytoss, right? Like, you don't want to be caught without, like, a Spire or something like that. But, like, that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Astrea to, like, throw down a Fleet Beacon. At the moment, he is still committing to this ground army.
I think just knowing that your opponent's turtling up to try and go late game. That allows him to get right into lurkers with all the upgrades. And I think if he can do it fast enough, by the time he has these lurkers with all their upgrades, he's going to go for an attack, and there won't be a big army yet from Astrea. Like, he won't be able to amass his army.
Yeah, exactly.
At least not an army that can counter lurkers.
Yeah, like that's what I'm worried about, because Astrea is still on 4 bases, and you were talking about like a Protoss player turtling up to late game. It doesn't feel like Astrea is doing that. Like, again, the tech is still very kind of mid-game centric. It isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, there's a lot of AoE potential here, but it still feels kind of lacking.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Rogue can just micro out of the storms, and he'll be perfectly fine. His army's way better. Astrea they have the same army count, but Astrea has Zealots, which are going to die as soon as they push into the lurkers. Then the Storms are going to have to get in position, storm everything, and if they don't kill everything, they're going to have to morph into Archons. We'll see how this plays out, but I like Rogue's composition here.
Yeah, like, Storm is good to begin with. The problem is that Rogue already has lurker range. He's working on the other hive upgrades as well, so it's so much more difficult to get those lurkers, to get those to get the High Templar, to get those juicy storms.
Yeah, to get a juicy storm is a lot easier said than done. Look at these lurkers. I mean, you can just force up like 4 lurkers and waste maybe 3 to 4 storms, and then you still got 12 lurkers behind it that you can move up. I feel like that's the real power of the lurkers here.
Oh.
You don't want to get caught this together. Maybe you do.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
There was a lot of lurker shots. Meanwhile, at the same time, the War Prison went all the way into the main base with these zealots, and surprisingly, not that much damage.
He's got a target fire down workers, and okay, this is good. Multi-prong harass. I like this though. Rogue's got all his ends covered. He's got the lurkers already back. They're going to completely keep this base alive. This is how you do it, man. Poor Astrea. My God.
Yeah. Well, I like what he tried to do, right? Like, he dropped in the main, hit the third. He was trying to push in here to the main army as well, but at every single angle, Rogue, he was there to meet him.
Rogue's so on point. I'm sure he's been learning this as well, because Protoss, I feel like the meta's changing right now. And I feel like Rogue could be one of those people who discovers the new meta for PvZ. We could be watching it right now in the flesh.
Oh, yeah, we could. A decent stasis sword. Meanwhile, the Zealot run by is back, but the lurkers are already here.
There's like a Sim City that didn't even come out yet. It was just like made all the Zealots lose their area of damage, and that was great. Lurkers just, oh, that's bad. Not too bad. Rogue's just getting so many little wins in every position. It's just somehow exponentially making him an advantage here to win.
Yeah, but as all that was happening, Astrea, he does have his fleet beacon. He has started his carrier count. There's not that many, unfortunately, but like, if he gets enough of them, like, he can deal with the lurker army. Like, there's not that much anti-air here.
Rogue is maxed out and banked up. I think he just wants to trade this army out and get rid of these roaches and lurkers here, and just morph in a bunch of hydras. He's already got +3 range attack coming up, 11 hydras, 6 ravagers. He's morphing in ravagers just to get rid of some gas so he can corrosive bile down some stuff maybe.
Oh god, yeah, he's trying to corrosive down the carriers. Like, there is like a small window here where Astrea, he's gonna be able to clean up this army and then go for a counterattack. Will Rogue be able to remake his army fast enough is going to be the question.
He's gonna keep the lurkers. That's huge, actually. That kind of stunts this counterattack that you were just talking about from Astrea. Like, he's gonna be able to reposition, and now Astrea has to either go for the attack or try and defend this base up here. He can't defend this base. He's got Zealots to the west.
He does, and there's just nothing here in position. The base is gonna go down, and we saw this a little bit before when we were casting Zest. Like, it can be a little bit difficult to expand and take a 5th base here on Death Aura, at least for the Protoss. Rogue is perfectly fine, like, despite these run-bys, like...
They're both kind of on a low worker count, though. 66 workers for Rogue, 76 for Astrea. You know, Astrea needs to secure another base. He just lost that base. Perfect defense from Rogue. Astrea doesn't even get to poke in. This is looking tough.
What I will say is that, mate, That carrier count is getting higher. There's a mothership as well. There are storms. Rogue is only just now getting out Spire, so he only has Hydras to deal with this. Like, he doesn't even have any Infestors or Vipers.
Yeah, he probably needs some Vipers here.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, though, this isn't a very mobile army, so if he does attack, burrow, and hit in 2 places at once, he should be able to pull Astrea apart.
Yeah, he's kind of doing so right now. He's pushing here to the south. He deals with that army. He's going to be able to hit that 3rd base. And the point of this is to force Astrea back, to force him to split up the carriers.
And, you know, also, Rogue has been sitting on a good economy, plus maxed out for the past 4 minutes. So he's been banking a lot of money. So now he has a bank in order to trade out a little bit of army here and there and switch into these Corruptors.
Yeah, there we go. We have 9... Yeah, he's getting a second Spire. Yeah, he's getting a second Spire, 4 more upgrades. He has 9 Corruptors on the way as well. Doesn't even matter if he loses these Hydras because he wants to replace them.
Yeah, he's going for the double upgrades here. I mean, maybe you don't want to lose all this for completely free, but what are your options here? You can't take out much. A couple of Interceptors at best. Denying this base is good. That's what you want. At least you keep half this army alive. If you get out of there alive here, you're good. He's still at a decent army count, almost maxed out. He might even kind of want to trade more still. 16 carriers on the way. They're Corruptors, I'm sorry.
Oh boy. And we've reached that point. We've seen it a couple of times today. Astrea, he's pushing out.
He's got a run by going out too. There's nothing here to defend this.
He has to deal with this, with his reinforcements, with his carriers, with a couple of zealots, but the main army, does Rogue have enough to stop this? He doesn't have any spores.
I make this an all-in.
Mate, look at all these.
Astrea. This is an all-in from Astrea, and if Rogue just slightly splits this army, I feel like even one of us could micro this army properly from Rogue and win this game here. All the Hydras and Corruptors? Are you kidding me? This is game up. Rogue's going for the attack. Oh, he's being super greedy. He wants to. He could just jump on this army and end it here.
Oh god, I mean, the one scary thing is
he's gonna do it. He's gonna force it.
Yeah, he's terrified of the storms, but he does burrow just in time. The storms are completely they're zoned out.
Corruptors come in. They should be able to one-shot. Yeah, good splits. Good splits. Oh, this is getting rough actually.
Yeah, nice storms once again on the Hydras, on the Corruptors.
All of the ground bikey boys are alive.
Yeah, the lurkers are alive, so they'll be able to kill everything on the ground, but there are just so many carriers.
It's not the end of the world. He's making 6 more Corruptors, getting double upgrades. He took out this base, so this is kind of crippling Astrea here. He has no minerals at all. And this is all he has pretty much. This army right here, he can barely afford Interceptors at this point.
I'm so surprised that he's turning around, by the way. Like, Astrea, we were talking about it earlier. Yeah, he's all in. Like, he has to end the game. He has to be as aggressive as possible and apply that pressure to Rogue.
I think he's just waiting for storms and Interceptors.
I guess it's just the longer he waits, the better it is for Rogue, though.
Yeah, but you got to get all your Interceptors plus some good juicy storms in here. I don't know why he's going lurkers. Oh, is he going Spore Forest anywhere? No? 10 lurkers? That's where he's putting his gas? Okay.
Yeah, no spores.
He's hoping to hop on the ground army, and because honestly, these Archons can take out those Corruptors. You can dodge the storms, but then Archons can take this out.
Yeah.
Losing those zealots at the bottom of the map, that's rough. Astrea's already broke. Astrea does have a little bit of money now, so he can reinforce just a little bit for one last big push. He takes out the base, and one of these... does he take it out? Yeah, he does. He does take out the Spire, and, you know, I guess Rogue's just making more units. The more he can deny this push, the better it is for him, as you said.
Yeah, but it's going to be all about those storms. If good enough storms land, like, all of these Corruptors are going to go down, and the carriers are going to reign supreme. Rogue, he's supply blocked.
He should have made a Spore Forest.
Oh, God, there's nothing here. He does snipe one carrier.
He's still attacking back in the main base of Astrea, like at that 3rd base. Okay, I think it just finished.
Yeah,
the lurker got up and tried to burn the back. It's keeping him busy, though.
Yeah, it does.
Astrea might be able to pull this off, just maybe.
I still I don't like how passive Astrea is being. Like, he needs to be a little bit more assertive here. He takes out one base, which is nice. Rotate around, kill another, I guess.
I think Rogue needs to be more aggressive with his lurkers, honestly. If he pushes lurkers right under the carriers and also microed the corruptors on each individual unit, he'd be good. Okay, I think this is his chance. Those 2 storms wasted. There's not going to be that many storms left. He's got to jump on this very soon.
Exactly.
Oh,
there was such a good opportunity where Rogue was supply block. He was like 120 out of 100. Like
We're watching a gosh dang ballet out here, man.
Oh god.
Rogue and Astrea just dancing their hearts out. They're refusing to actually go in for anything. Astrea finally finding some damage, getting 15 workers, but you know, I feel like Rogue has a decent bank. Maybe this just helps him get more supply.
Maybe. It's one of those
No,
things
he's
where,
down to 45 workers. It's kind of rough now.
Yeah.
Astrea's getting another base secured. He's got to do something.
I feel like it's one of those things where you're like, these 2 players, they're dancing with each other. It's like, I feel like Astrea needs to stop dancing. He needs to...
Yeah, like Astrea, stop dancing. But honestly, I think Astrea's in good position because he can secure another base. You know, Rogue's army isn't very mobile. He has lurkers. That's a very siege-heavy army.
And something
And he's on defense right now.
Yeah, something that we've been missing this entire game, and we mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. Hey, where are the Vipers? Where are the infestors? Like, where's the, like, being able to yoink a mothership, being able to yoink a carrier here and there, like, that's so valuable. Yeah, like, to slowly whittle down that Skytoss army, but because he just hasn't been able to do so, he's just been trying to,
maybe
like... Yeah.
He's scared probably of the interference matrix, not the interference matrix, the feedbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Astrea would be too good with the feedbacks.
I mean, that's where the dance comes into play, right? Like, that's where the Vipers and the High Templar, they dance as best they can. And that's why you get the Lurkers. You get the Lurkers to zone out the High Templar so you can use your Vipers. And here we go. Finally, 2 Vipers are on the way, but is it too late?
I like this Rogue. Incorporated a lot of Lings and went for that base expansion here. There's nothing really for defense. Astrea's going to have to come all the way. He recalled. He had to recall Moses' army. That means there's some army on the map. Rogue should try and take advantage of that. But, you know, not too crazy. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Maybe expand.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying. He's trying to expand. Unfortunately, he does take this base, which doesn't have that many resources left. I'm surprised. There he goes. Finally, he's going for the high yield base.
I feel like they were so close to ending the game, and then they danced real close for a while, and then they both just went to their respective corners and geared up for round 2. Like, we got Tempest coming out now for the Lurkers. This is gonna get crazy.
Yeah, Astrea's just
like
refining.
gladiators battling it out here.
Like, it's terrifying because Astrea's army, it's getting close to being that perfect Protoss army. Like, where you get those Tempests out with your High Templar, with your carriers, with your Archons.
To be honest, Astrea's not even good. He's just taking advantage of the OP race.
Exactly, that's all it is. It's all it is. And Rogue, like, he's stuck here with the nerfed race. You know, he's doing us all proud, trying to do what others cannot. Oh god.
He's throwing down spines right now. What are spines gonna do? Throw down a spore force, man. I've even seen people beat mass carriers with mass queens. Get like 1,000 queens out.
It's weird because
he's got to micro his heart out here. That's what he has to do.
Yeah.
There's gonna be one big engagement. He's got to take it in the right position, and he's gonna micro his heart out.
It's weird because Rogue, he has gone for like things like Spore Force in the past against players like Stats and Zest. For whatever reason, he's just not opting to do so this game. And oh god,
we don't normally get into late games, but game number 1 here. Is this game 1? What game is this?
Game 1.
Game 1. This is game 1. Late game 1. Rogue versus Astrea. It makes me feel good knowing that there's an American out there that can still go toe-to-toe with some of the best players in the world, like Rogue.
Yeah, and we're getting close to the point.
Are we gonna get into an hour-long game?
I don't think it's gonna be that long.
You don't think so?
Yeah, we're getting close to the point where Astrea, he's going to be maxing out. He's going to be maxing out a little bit faster than Rogue. I feel like we should be seeing him start like applying pressure to one of these bases once again pretty soon, and we'll see what happens. Still no spores. Finally, some spores are being thrown down.
Rogue is so lurker heavy. I think he's gearing up to literally just throw his lurkers into the belly of the beast and burrow, because I'm not gonna lie, carriers don't do much damage to lurkers at all. So if he runs in with his lurkers, he's gonna force storms out onto the lurkers, and then he can go in with some parasitic bombs and then target fire down all of the carriers here. but he can't really fight. He's forcing a fight here. He's gonna go for it. He's pushing closer and closer to his Tempest. He's just gonna keep losing units until a fight is forced here.
Yeah, I feel like
retreating.
The move of like running forward with your lurkers was probably available to him a couple of minutes ago, but now like because of all these Archons, like it can be a little bit difficult to do that, to get on top of the High Templar. It's definitely possible, but it feels like an all-in move. Like it feels like
that's what I'm assuming he's gonna go for eventually. Because what else is your answer here? Is he just gonna try and out Corruptor it, and like one by one shoot down the Corruptors? He's knocking on his front door. This is it. What is it going to be, Rogue? How is your micro going to play out here?
Well, we'll see. We'll see if he can get this round.
All right, here we go. Storms are going down on everything. Slow zone. Oh, he pulls. He yoinks the mothership. It doesn't go down yet. It does go down now. The Storms are trying to come in from the back, but they're so far behind. All the Corruptors are still alive for the most part. The Lurkers are pulling back, and it looks like Astrea is favoring this fight, but I don't know, maybe if he pulls the Spores over here, if Rogue has another round of reinforcements coming in, maybe he can hold.
That's the other thing, like that's one of the advantages you have as a Zerg player, is that your side defense is mobile. He could have brought all the Spores over here, but now it's just his main army. He's plummeting in supply.
Yellow the Lurkers! Oh, he's doing it!
Oh god, they all died.
Everything died. There's no splash left. He's moving the Lurkers up again. He's gonna try and target fire down as much as he possibly can. His army supply is plummeting. He's only at 56, and it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to jump on the carriers. He's gonna try and take out the Tempest, but the Archons are here, and G is called. Astrea takes out Rogue in game number 1. A single G is called, ladies and gentlemen. A single G. Is Rogue tilted?
Oh yeah.
Super tilted. With that APM, with your 324 average, I don't know what APM stands for. I lost it.
Actions per minute.
Actions per minute, yeah. There you go. But yeah, you know, that's crazy. He put the 1G to an American player. He must be, man, USA, USA.
GG, Astrea takes game number 1, and again, Rogue, there were some decisions that were really a little bit odd, right? Like he had so much supply in Ling Lurker, too much supply. I feel like
too much Lurker.
Like
Hydra.
They serve their purpose, but like again, you kind of need like an ideal amount. You need a couple of Lurkers to help zone against the High Templar. Then you've got all of your Corruptors, and you've got your Vipers. He only had 2, and I don't think we saw, like, all he did was really yoink the mothership, right? Like that's all
he could have honestly done anything else. You could have gone for parasitic bombs. You could have fungal growth the interceptors. You would have got a bunch of interceptors because they were all bunched up. If you throw Hydras in there, it throws off the AI to where the interceptors will attack the Hydras only, and the Corruptors can go and target fire down the carriers, and then it becomes a whole like target fire battle, micro battle, and I think that would have helped him out a lot, as well as with the couple Lurkers in there. But you know, even I've seen people throw in Ultralisks into that composition and tank some of the hits. So there's a lot he could have done, but you know, it was a snowball we all expect to come out of a Protoss, but maybe not from these players. That was a crazy game 1. Game 2 is on Lightshade LE. What is this? This is best of 3 or 5?
5.
Best of 5. That's amazing. We get 5 whole games of this, hopefully. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, representing America and Team Alpha X, it is Astrea from America. USA, USA.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Rogue.
Yeah, man, this is quite the matchup.
Yeah. I wanna
ZvP. I'm honestly happy for this because we get a lot of ZvT and that's fun, but I feel like that matchup is getting kind of old. Now the ZvP is more interesting to me, I feel.
I mean, we've had a lot of ZvP on this channel. ZvT, honestly, I still enjoy ZvT just because we don't get to see it anywhere near as much.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like exciting games go, like ZvT, it's kind of like, okay, Marine, Zergling, Baneling, but here it's like, what are they going? Are they going Roach, Hydras, Lurkers? Ling Bane, Ravager Roach, Ravager Hydra.
Yeah, it's
There's a lot more compositions here, I feel.
It's a very different dynamic that the players have with each other. I do want to quickly address what a couple of people are asking in the chat, and yeah, when it comes to ZvP, especially the late game, it does typically go a lot longer because you have this dynamic where the Protoss doesn't want to push out until they're maxed out, and the the Zerg doesn't want to attack unless the opponent is on creep. Like, you know, so because of that, they don't really push into each other until like they're maxed out essentially, and we're like 20 minutes into the game. That's why we see the game go a little bit longer. But yeah, we'll see what Rogue goes for, because again, the army composition that he went for last game, like we've seen Rogue do better against other Protoss players. Like we've seen him go like for like these more like spellcaster units, go for these big spore forests, go for, you know, more heavily into corruptors and hydras. Yeah,
I think maybe he wasn't expecting this out of Astrea. He was like, Astrea, that American player, yeah, whatever. That's probably why he threw the G out there. He's like, man, OP raise on OP build. Give me G.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, it was just really interesting again. And we'll see if he whips out something like Ultras. It's something that you brought up where you have options when it comes to what you want your anti-ground army to be. You can go Lurkers, you can go Ultras, you can go Broodlords.
You should have gone Broodlords. Honestly, Broodlords right there would have been good. Broodlord Infestor.
Broodlord, Corruptor, Infestor. It can work. It can work. Different Zerg players have their own preference to how they want to deal with Skytoss.
And the funny thing is, no answer is correct. Everybody loses as a Zerg.
Everybody loses. And something that's
really the lesson here tonight, folks. Everybody loses. No, I'm just kidding.
I think something important is that there is no Skytoss this game. Instead, Astrea is going full Glaive Adepts.
Robo in the wall is real ballsy. I will tell you that. It's going to be seen. It's going to see Adepts being warped in. This is him saying, I don't care if you know what I'm doing. I'm going to do it anyways. And Rogue, he hasn't droned up at his third base at all. He's getting a Roach Horn. And he's got a little bit of gas saved up, so he's just gonna. Okay, he droned up kind of there, but droned up's fine. That's how serious he's taking us. Getting 2 gases.
It's a little bit scary because Rogue did drone up a little bit too much, and he knows this. He evacuates at third base.
God.
He's like, oh my god, I got nothing to stop this.
I feel.
He's barely getting any lings. He's only getting a couple of roaches. We'll see how much damage Astrea can get done.
Okay, he's gonna take out that third base. This is Astrea's bread and butter here. I feel like I remember one tournament we were watching, maybe even Katowice. He did the same Adept opener, but he had the 1 sentry in the War Prism to wall off in the main base, and it was like a game changer. I don't know if he invented it or anything, but he did it, and it was pretty crazy at the time. So, you know, Astrea is one to be known for these crazy cool openers, I feel.
Yeah, and Rogue, he's struggling a little bit. Like, the Adepts are here chipping away at the third base.
Well, the Adepts aren't shooting the third base. Okay, now they all get this round on the third base.
Yeah, Adepts get
shooting it for a minute.
They get morphed into the main. They're keeping Rogue busy. There's no mining here at the third.
He just shaded off the creep so they can be picked up by the Warp Prism. That is, like, I don't see anybody ever do that. Oh my god.
Oh, one more. He just needs...
Go back with the Warp Prism.
Regardless, I think this base is dead. Like there's no way Astrea lets that live.
There's no way Rogue uses that much transfuse. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. He's gonna come in with the War Prism. It's on the way over there.
Oh, it's on the way. It's on the way.
Oh, he's gonna shade that way. Okay, he's playing it safe here. He's not gonna be able to save these. They're gonna have to finish their shade.
Oh, they finish the shade, they get into the main base. There is a
get
spine.
Picked up. He's so good, God. His War Prism micro is immaculate. He could go kill this base probably right now.
He could. Like, all the roaches are here in the main base, not necessarily in position. The lings are coming down. Astrea, this third may be saved. Can he actually get on it?
He's going for a forge behind this, and a third base, and an immortal, so... Astrea is pretty up there in the worker count. It looks bad for him now. Rogue has counterattack potential, But if Astrea can defend this, he should be golden.
I think Astrea may be kicking himself. Like, if he stayed like 1 second longer with those adepts and killed this base, he would be in such a better position. But now, as you said, Rogue, he's going across the map. Like, he's going with his roaches, his ravagers, his lings. Rogue he's down in workers, but if he manages to get us around, like, the shield batteries are not ready.
There's no shield batteries at all in the natural.
Oh,
Good
God.
force field, but it's only 2 immortals here. What is that going to do? Adepts morph in. The immortals are going to go. Oh, shield battery finishes just in time. Shield battery overcharge just in time. There's one. Oh, they get the shield battery though.
Exactly.
It did buy him enough time to do some damage though.
Yeah, it finishes just fast
so
enough
many
to just die
Ravager.
immediately. Yes, Roach Ravager is gonna get on top of everything. Like Astrea, oh god, he was doing so well with the Glaive Adepts, but it doesn't even matter. The counterattack is too strong as everything here at the third should be going down. The Immortals go down, and
yeah, Rogue's back. Rogue still got a leg in the race. Astrea, nice guy. GG.
GG, Astrea. Oh my god, if that third went down, that would have been like less economy for Rogue. More importantly, less larva as well. Like he would have been able to focus his attacks on the main and the natural as well. Like, oh god, it was literally one adept shot from going from dying.
Yeah, he definitely should have just stayed there and finished it off. Game 3.
Game 3. GG.
GG, game 3. Yeah, it's quite a matchup, man. I enjoy this. This is a cool matchup. Rogue, he's one of my favorite Korean players, and then Astrea. He's the best American player, safe to say. USA representative. Alpha X, one of the coolest teams.
Yeah. We'll see if we get into a longer game here on Pillars of Gold. It is, I feel like it's a little bit more favored to a longer game, and I judge based off of game 1, I feel like that's where Astrea should be going. I like how you wanted to try and catch Rogue off guard with like a big adept attack, but I mean,
I feel like Rogue will know that Astrea is going for a late game and end it early again. But we'll see. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map that is Pillars of Gold, playing with the robotic gold and red pieces here. It is the Alpha X player representing United States of America, the sole American left in this tournament. It is Astrea. I almost spilled my drink again.
I was about to say, just spill your water.
Almost. I have a new desk set up, so I'm not used to it.
You say that, man. You spilled drinks in your old desk before. As well. Okay, don't even try.
I know. Imagine on a new desk. It's so much easier.
Oh my god. That's spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold. LE. We have the South Korean Zerg player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Rogue.
Roguito is his real name. He's actually Mexican. He migrated to Korea as a young boy when he was just 2 years old.
He's actually married to Special.
Learned the ways of StarCraft. He never looked in the mirror, so to this day he thinks he's Korean, but really he's Mexican. And his name is Roguito.
Is that even a word in Mexican?
No, not at all. Just sounds cool, okay? Jeez.
God damn it.
No, but interesting placement in the spawning pool. He's scared of adepts. I think that's what that is. But maybe that'll make Astrea go Void Ray and then go into the blank empty space and kill that from that space, because that's what you can do when you have the spawning pool so close to the edge. You
We've
can
seen
fit
it.
some air real tight in there, yeah.
Yeah, it's happened before. It's disgusting. But again, I don't know if Astrea is that kind of player. I haven't seen him go double Stargate into like 6 Void Rays before. Even in game
That's
1.
exactly why he's probably going to do it.
Oh my god, he may. But like even in game 1, like he only made that 1 Void Ray. Like he didn't go for the typical standard, nowadays standard, like Void Ray into carrier.
Yeah, definitely. He's a late game guy. He's pretty good at it, so I'd say just keep going late game. I mean, you could argue that's how Zergs play against maybe Terrence, is defend till late game and get a good composition out to crush your opponent. It's kind of what Astrea is going for. Just defend, harass, get to the Golden Armada.
And that
Get out
first
the
step,
carriers.
the first step to that Golden Armada is out. We already have the first Stargate being thrown down.
Well, the first step's actually a pylon. I'm just kidding.
The first step is loading up the game.
The first step is downloading the game. First step is understanding what StarCraft is.
The first step is having a continental breakfast in the morning with egg
With a
yolks.
Texas waffle. The first step is watching the CranKy Ducklings stream, actually.
There you go.
Second step is watching them on YouTube. Exclamation mark YouTube in the chat.
Then the next step is following Yodaslim on Twitter and
Wow, you read my mind. Yoda_Slim.
and then you can get some of whatever that is.
Yeah. Noker Lords.
Oh god. Wait, how do you celebrate Christmas in America? How does that work? Wait, does it snow in Texas?
No, it snowed maybe once or twice growing up. And I'm talking like 2 to 3 inches of snow. Does it snow in Australia?
God no.
Okay, yeah, I figured. Same here for the most part. But what do we do at Christmas? We just open presents in the morning at the Christmas tree with all the young kids of the family. We all go meet up at my parents' house, and the nieces and nephews of the family open presents. There's only like 3 of them. It's just me. I have one sister, and she has her 3 kids, so they just open presents. That's pretty much it. Maybe a dinner sometimes, maybe not.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, is there like, do you celebrate Christmas at all?
Yeah. We celebrate Christmas. The way we do it is a little bit more like New Year's, which is a little bit different.
At midnight?
Yeah. So like midnight, as soon as Christmas Day hits, that's when everyone opens their presents, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty typical for like Latino families. My family just does it in the morning for some reason. I don't know why. It's terrible. I hate it.
It's awful. Also,
Maybe for the Santa Claus effect thing. But yeah, there's a big Ling Roach all in here. Looks like
It's
not all
really-
in, but there's a lot of Ling Roach here.
It's really weird. I was like trying to figure out like what's Rogue doing because the lair is only just now starting. So like there's no Nidus, there's no Roach speed, there's no Dropper Lords, and even now like Rogue is like bouncing off of the wall. You know, it's like
There's roaches in the corner.
yeah.
But as you said it, Astrea never goes like for a double Stargate opening or anything, and here we have a Mass Phoenix opener. But you know, is this Max Phoenix? It's one Stargate. Maybe he's pretending like he's Mass Phoenixing, and so Rogue's gonna try and get a Hydralisk in. That's why he's getting the layer out right now.
Yeah.
And then Astrea goes back into like gateway production.
Like what both these players are doing is really odd because like what Astrea is doing right now is really off meta. Like who does this? Who goes like one Stargate into like 6 Phoenixes to harass across the map?
He's going all in for this game.
Oh my god.
Super late third base. He's not even gonna be able to secure it for a while, but
Yeah.
I think he has enough to defend it now.
Meanwhile we have like a Hydroden on the way for Rogue. We have all this tech on the way. He made a massive
yeah,
wave of
good.
Lings.
I was gonna say he could bring his Phoenix and just pick up all these roaches, and now he can secure his third base very easily. Even take out like the Overlord over there by his third base. He should take that. I mean, in between his natural and third.
Does he even want
Go
a
get
third
it. Go
base?
get
He's just going across the map, mate. He's
going across. Oh my God, this he has enough. There's nothing but Lings. He needs maybe some. I mean, DTs honestly right here would be amazing. If he had some vision and some DTs. A little vision squid.
Oh boy.
Force field, couple more zealots, maybe even some depth thrown in here. He'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, like regardless with force fields and with a lack
gotta
of
keep your
Ravagers,
Phoenix
like
alive.
this is gonna do so much damage. There's only one Ravager here, and it's so prone to getting picked up by these Phoenixes as well.
He's got to move his anti-air over there. These Phoenix can be okay. He's going home. I like it. Not too greedy. Securing a third on the high ground.
Yeah, I think Astrea saw the defensive position. He's like, okay, I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna expand. I'm gonna make sure I can defend at home. There's again a lot of lava was used on these lings, and they just haven't really been used here from Rogue.
Yeah. He's getting a lot of value out of these Phoenix here. Rogue's like, wait, you have a third base up there? No, he knows. He's gonna go check now. Yeah, lots of stalkers, bro. Go home. I like Astrea's position here. You know, look at that. The Hydras are coming out.
Oh my god.
He's like, because honestly, it's pretty scary. You assume Astrea is banking up units. He has not seen the entire army of Astrea. He knows he's on 3 bases. Can only assume the worst, that maybe there's carriers banked up behind this. But he's going for Colossus against Hydras. There's no lurker den. There's no infestation pit. So you're not going to get lurkers with range on them, which if they get the +2 range, they can actually outrange the Colossus.
Yeah.
So he's not going to have that, which means the Colossus with Thermal Lance are going to absolutely destroy Ling, Bane, and Hydras.
The thing is, though, there's only one Colossus, and here we go. Rogue, he's here. He's looking to just try and end the game right now with this massive push. He has so many Lings, so many Hydras. A couple of Ravagers. Is it going to be enough to break him? Where are the force fields?
It's not enough. Amazing force fields.
Oh, the Lings are going on top of the army.
Look at this, man. He's got so much force fields. Shield battery. Look, there's no Lings left. I think he can do it. Maybe the Colossus is still alive, microing perfectly. He's coming in with the Warp Prism micro, keeping the 2 Immortals alive, the heavy hitters. He's
everything is falling. There's too much Roach, Hydra. The force fields were okay, but there was still more energy, and the Lings got on top of all the sentries. They all went down.
Honestly, if the Phoenix were in that fight, it might have been a little bit different. I had high hopes for Astrea there. It looked like he was almost able to hold it, but, you know. Like you said, he only had 1 Colossus out. That was a big rip.
Yeah, GG Rogue. In the end, he was able to utilize that army he'd been working on that entire game. Astrea, he saw the army moving out across the map. That's why he recalled his Immortals to go back home. But yeah, that position was just a little bit too open. Like Rogue, he just went in with everything, and it's on match point.
Yeah. So I have a random question for you, Light.
Go for it.
Now, when you're in StarCraft and you hover over someone's name and their little message that they have preset, how do you do that? Because right now you have "Good luck, everyone playing in the LATAM qualifiers."
Oh, oh, okay. I haven't reset that in a long time. Oh, it's been a while.
I figured.
Oh god. So if you click on your friends list in game where it opens up your friends list, at the very top it says broadcast to friends. You can set a message there, and that gets broadcasted to everyone.
GLHF.
There you go.
Oh wow, broadcast. Okay, yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Learning new things every day here, guys. If you guys want to learn more stuff, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where you can catch all the VODs of this and learn builds. When are we going to have a show match, a 2v2 for streamers, Light?
Look.
Imagine that, a ZvZ team.
If someone wants to organize that, I'd be keen to jump in on that.
I'll organize it.
I'm looking at you, Darking. I'm looking at you.
Darking. Vortex. Since he's taking over now. Speaking of taking over, spawning in the top left-hand corner, it is the American player, the final American in the final Northern American in the Northern American qualifiers. It is the Alpha X player. He's a Protoss. He needs to win this game to stay in the tournament at an attempt to win. It is Astrea.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Razor Edge Gaming. Can he be the sole Zerg player to qualify through today's qualifier? As Showtime and Zest, the 2 Protosses, have already gotten there. We shall see. We have Rogue.
I honestly want to be happy that I'm seeing a Zerg beat a Protoss, but I'm not. I want Astrea to win here.
Hey, he's got to do it for America. Yeah?
For US of A.
Do it for the
barbecue and burgers and all the American beaches we have and
Eggos,
and Tim Tams,
Cheez-Its,
waffles shaped like Texas, continental breakfasts, Milker Lords,
lakes filled with lily pads that like kill
lakes
people.
filled with lily pads that I can drive my truck into if I so please. And Ford trucks.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder.
Mr. Pibbs.
What? What is that?
Mr. Pibbs is the knockoff Dr. Pepper.
What? How many? I thought that was Dr. Thunder.
Yeah, there's also a Mr. Pibb.
Oh my god.
We got all types of knockoffs in Texas.
Wait.
There's a lot of different exotic things out there that I like. There's a lot of different sodas that you get in different states. That's pretty interesting. Like here we have a Faygo soda that's really good, and then in Louisiana they have some seltzer soda that's supposedly really rare. I'm sure you guys have a soda that we don't have here.
I mean, I'm sure we do, but state sodas sounds insane to me because, like,
yeah,
to make that profitable, I don't.
It works somehow.
Unless there's like state laws that like stop other sodas from coming in, so then they can make their own sodas actually.
No, they're just like a popular at-home soda brand. Like somehow this whole state loves that one brand, so.
Crazy.
They just stay in the state and make their money. It's a local business, I guess. But speaking of local business, Astrea is setting up shop, getting a war prison, going for the glaive to depths, which always does pretty well for him.
Yeah. Again, people are pointing out like
the DT follow up this time.
Regardless, the follow up has to be a little bit more
aggressive.
Yeah, like whether it's DTs, whether it's straight up disruptors, if you go immortals, that's fine, but like you got to make sure you go into it fast enough as well, so you have enough to defend at home. It's something that he was really lacking in the previous game when he did this, and we'll see if he can pull this off a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel like he gets enough glaive to depths out fast enough to where he hit pretty hard last time he used this. And I feel like he could take out all of the anti-air and vision and then follow up with DTs, and it can hit pretty hard. He almost took out the base. I think he can take out a spore crawler.
He probably could, and we'll see what he's going to be able to do. This time, Rogue does have a decent amount of lings. Last time, he droned up a little bit harder. We'll see if he's going to be able to pull something off. He does complete the shade.
Oh my gosh, that's a ballsy shade. He's going to get a lot for it, though, and just shade back out to the third and try and get that third. He'll be able to complete the shade with minimal losses, also warping into the main base, and he's going for that vision, so I feel like we might get a DT shrine coming up.
We could. He is setting it up. Meanwhile, there is a spore in the main, though, so there is still detection.
Oh my god, there's a lot of adepts here.
Oh god, there's a lot of adepts. There's not that many roaches.
We need a follow-up here, Astrea. What's it gonna be? Start making immortal or something, buddy.
Oh, he's starting to fight the roaches.
I feel like eventually Rogue will have a defense out for this.
We'll see. It's a bit of a shame. Astrea is actually supply blocked right now. He's waiting for those pylons so he can warp in more depths. The hatchery is getting lower and lower.
Yeah, he just needs to keep going for the shade. He can get one roach and not complete the shade. He's going to stay here with the warp, and he's going to be able to get all the roaches here. There's a lot more on the way, but now the queens are here, and now I think he's going to have to commit to a shade, or if the units run back, cancel the shade and go for the base. He's now moving the war prism into the main. There's plenty of vision there. I think there's two overlords and low down there so that I can see it coming in. Yeah, oh, misplaced spore crawler, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a little bit too far in. It looks like he may end up committing to the shade into the natural. Oh, there we go.
He's getting so many workers here.
Yeah, he's actually getting some damage done now.
He's actually doing it. I think he's looking pretty good here. He needs something behind this to finish the game off. Like,
Exactly.
he has no follow-up here.
Like, that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for, like, it's the beginning of, like, Immortal production or a Dark Shrine or anything, like a Robotics Bay.
Yeah, this is kind of scary now.
Yeah, because...
Oh, so what now, Astrea?
Yeah, now he's cleaned up. Now, like, the attack has ended. Now he starts the Immortal. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, here comes the counterattack. Like, mate, you knew this was coming. The roaches. To be fair, like, there's not that much Roach Ravager, right? He'll be okay.
There's not that much defense. I mean, couple force fields can buy him a little bit of time. There's only 2 Ravagers.
Yeah.
Rogue. Every mineral he gets is probably gonna go. Oh my God! There's a lot of
God. The reinforcements. Astrea, don't like this. Don't like this.
Okay, this is a decent pick off. Gets 2 his shields with 1 corrosive bile.
Okay.
If he sends Rogue home, this is good.
All right. 2 adepts. They're here. They bring Rogue back home. He's here to defend. And Rogue's joining up.
He's canceled the shade. They were going back to the natural. They didn't even know the shade was canceled. I mean, he got 2 more workers. He's setting him even further back in workers. I think Astrea might have held here.
Yeah. I mean, Rogue joined up. Like, he's not looking to attack. He's like, okay, I've defended. I'm not going to counterattack. I'm just going to macro out of this. And Astrea's in a decent position, like, economic-wise. Like, he's ahead in workers.
I'm feeling good for Astrea here.
Yo.
I like Blink Stalkers.
Yeah. This is very Darkness-esque. Like, instead of going into +1 charge lots, going into +1 Blink Stalkers, like, it does so much better against the Roach Ravager.
Oh, and you can just micro against these Immortals forever with this War Prism. Do the micro. Do the thing. Do the Immortal thing. Yeah. You did it too late. The Lings are here, so kind of not as impressive as I was explaining. But Infestation Pit going down for Rogue, and he's going to get into the Layer Tech, I believe. I don't think he's going to get Infestors out or anything like that. Oh, there's War Prism. Easy now.
Easy. Meanwhile,
you can clear any creep with this, honestly, though.
Yeah, like, this Immortal drop hasn't found too much damage. Meanwhile, we do have, like, the Infestation Pit finished up, but there's no Hydrogen, so I'm really curious as to what this Infestation Pit is for. As you said, I don't think he's one to go into Swarm Hosts, but, like, he's not ready to go into Lurkers. Like, what's the plan here?
Yeah. Fungal growth for the win?
Maybe.
No way. I think he was planning on going into Lurkers, but now he changes his mind. Uh-oh, the Immortal mismicroed, rallied across the map. Oh, wow.
Okay, he turns around. He's coming back. But yeah, it feels like Rogue's missing something here. Like, he's just going Roach Ravager at the moment. There's no higher tech, and here comes Astrea with his push. Yeah,
let's see how he does here. Army supplies are in favor of Rogue. He has a lot of Roach Ravagers. Pretty much what you need here. There's not really any splash damage. I like this backstab, but that means Astrea's main army is gonna be a little bit weaker than Rogue's army. He's got to cause some damage with all these adepts on the run by. Rogue's on 3 bases or 4 bases now, as Astrea is also on 4 bases. So Astrea could recognize this and be like, okay, I can go home and be defensive, which I think would be the right call here.
Yeah, definitely. As
he did it.
Rogue, he's continuing to drone up again. Here we go. Hive is finally on the way. Is he just going to go straight into Vipers and go Roach Ravager Viper?
He's got to trade out this Roach Ravager right now, I think.
Yeah, he needs to get rid of a bunch of these Roaches. Like, they're not doing him any favors. There we go. The Hydrogen finally gets thrown down.
And the Hive at the same time. That's weird. He's getting Burrow and Roach Burrow, Tunneling Claws, that is. And he's going to try and get rid of these Roaches in a different way, it seems.
Yeah, we see a lot of players.
I like it.
We see a lot of players do this if they've committed a little bit too heavily to Roach Ravager. It's like, okay, I need to trade this out, but I want to be as efficient as possible. So with Tunneling Claws as well, like, it's going to help at least harass with them.
Yeah, you really want to just wait for the Hydra Den and the Lurker Den to come out and make a bunch of Hydras and Lurkers. So you don't want to make any more Ravagers. You don't want to morph in Banes or anything. You want to do something with the roaches you got. But I don't think he's even going to have a chance to do any burrow plays. He's got the Adepts going in over there to the third, as well as this big main army hitting over here. Eats so many Crothobiles. He actually takes out a bunch of the force field sentries with energy there. There's still quite a few left, and Immortals are perfectly fine as long as he micros them. They eat a couple Crothobiles, but they have plenty of shield, and the base is abandoned for Rogue. Astrea is looking tough here. I don't think Rogue is going to be able to reinforce us enough to defend it here.
Yeah, even though Astrea took so many Ravager Biles to the face, like, just a pure Roach Ravager army composition for Rogue just isn't ideal. Aggressively blinks forward, and that's it.
GG, Astrea. He took another map. This man is a beast.
We're
He can't be
tied.
stopped.
Mate, we're tied
Bro,
up.
the last game, the last matchup of the last event of the last NA qualifier for DreamHack of all of 2020. We get to close out the year in a best of 5 series with an American player going up against a Korean player. This is about like the epitome of all things NA that we could have hoped for this stream.
It really is, especially when it comes to the American qualifiers. Like, so often we see Europeans and Koreans come over here and just kind of dominate and just push all the NA players away. So it's great to see Astrea back here, and he's fighting so well against Rogue, making a series out of it. Again, that last game was really odd from Rogue. Like, it took him a really long time to throw down another tech structure, and he stayed on Roach Ravager too long, and we saw how that turned out, right? Like, it's not an ideal army composition as the game progresses.
I don't think he knew how much Astrea had expanded and droned up behind the Adept build.
Yeah.
But man, Astrea played that one pretty good. I was getting worried there for the transition. Rogue didn't do the damage he was looking for on the counterattack, and Astrea was able to hold the first counterattack, and after the first counterattack was held, that's pretty much it. Like, Astrea seemed to have it in the bag there.
Yeah. Again, it just didn't help that Rogue he just stayed on Roach Ravager. He got the infestation pit so early, you know? Like, what was that for? It was, I don't know.
Nuts.
I don't know, mate.
Nuts.
But we're here. We've made it. We are in the ace match. Astrea asked for a small break, so, you know, we are just kind of chilling at the moment, letting things sink in. And as a reminder, everyone,
Did Rogue not GG last game or something? Because he GG'd in the chat.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's tilted.
Maybe he's tilted.
Oh, and here we just got news. We just got in. We have our third qualifying player alongside Zest and Showtime. We knew it was going to happen. It's Beyond.
Beyond. Yeah, it's Beyond. We expected it. That was about as predictable gets.
Oh, yeah. He is a machine. He's a beast. What wasn't expected is that his series were pretty close leading up to that qualifying match. He actually dropped a map to Euthermal and Max Packs.
Yeah. That's interesting. But he still made it.
Oh, yeah.
We're in lobby waiting for everyone.
We are waiting as Astrea has returned. Now we're just waiting and making sure Rogue is ready as well. And Oxide, mate, we've seen some long ZvPs on Oxide. Some late game ZvPs with some maxed out armies. We're gonna see that again here.
I would like it for the final game. That would make this a longer cast, but I'm down for it. An hour long game, Astrea versus Rogue for the final tournament.
What time is it in America right now?
10 o'clock. 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay. Not too bad.
Not that late. Not too bad.
We don't usually go this late.
Yeah, we don't usually go this late. So it's a little different. I'm just hungry, honestly. I could probably go till 3 a.m. if I had a good couple of pierogies in me. But for now, We'll just have to feast on some amazing StarCraft in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. It is the final standing player in the way of making this a Korean-dominated qualifier or an American-dominated qualifier coming out of the United States of America, representing Alpha X. It is Astrea.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE. He is the last remaining Zerg player in this tournament. We've had 2 Protosses and a Terran qualify. Can we have a Zerg? He is representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Rogue.
Max Angel back in full effect.
It's back in action. And we'll see if I do like that he's been switching things up. We've seen him go for Stargate openers. We've seen him go for Twilight Council openers. No proxies though.
Yeah, it's crazy. We haven't seen any cheese out of these players. They're very respectable on both ends.
Boy. Yeah, Australia just being, a little bit annoying with this probe.
I bet Rogue's pretty tilted losing to an American. This USA qualifiers, bro. You get your ping and you take your loss. I wonder how bad the ping is here.
I would imagine Rogue's playing with around 200 ping. Maybe a little bit more. It isn't unplayable. It isn't like playing on Europe. I know Koreans playing on Europe, they get like around 300 ping, which is that's really rough.
That sounds rough.
Yeah. It's the worst for Protoss because it's so difficult to actually land your force fields correctly, and land your storms as well on time.
Rip. That's good news for Astrea.
It's pretty good news, as this game he's taking a break from the Glaive Adepts. Going for a Stargate.
He should have done it again.
Right? Why not? I like that he's not doing it. I like that he's not doing it again. I think it's maybe a little bit too predictable. Again, I just want to see Astrea get into that late game. I feel like that's what he wants, right?
Yeah. You gotta go late game. Void. Maybe he goes for the Maz Void Ray this time.
Ooh, maybe.
The super OP build. I wouldn't hate it.
Make it happen.
Opening with the Void Ray here. It's something he hasn't done this whole series. Can he pull it off?
We'll see, as he is going for a Void Ray first. We'll see what he has in store for us. Okay, it's an Oracle afterwards.
Cancel the gate.
It's cancel the gate. He did it! He did it!
You did it! Oh my god!
What a madman!
He's listening to me. He's listening to me. We had like some telepathic conversation there, and he did it for me.
He's on your wavelength.
Yeah,
Synced
we're
up.
vibing. Yeah, we're synced up. Synced up via Discord, and I'm feeding him all the info. No, I'm just kidding. But he didn't do anything crazy after this. He just gets a gate in the wall and gets an Oracle out instead.
Oh.
It could make Rogue think that it's another Adept all-in. He is getting the Roach Warren. It's 420, so not a crazy timing for the Roach Warren.
Yeah.
He saw the Void Ray come out.
He did, and he is throwing down some spores for safety. The Void Ray is being a little bit annoying. It shouldn't get too much here. I'd be very surprised if he manages to actually get this spawning pool.
Yeah, he's gonna get a couple workers. Not a bad opener so far. So what do you think the follow-up here?
Well, we do have legs. I mean, we have the 2 Oracles that are going to be what they should be meeting up to dive in once again to get a couple more worker kills. I guess Zealots makes the most sense here, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily wise to go for +1 Blink Stalkers.
Yeah. He's good defense here though. It seems like he might lose the Adepts.
Oh,
they shade away somewhere.
yo, Rogue's doing something
Oracle's
interesting.
There. Ooh, is he gonna go for a queen drop? Oh my god.
Mates. He could be. There's a decent amount of queens. Typically, you don't see numerous characters this late unless, like, it's not like he wants scouting information, mate. He's gonna be going for some drops. There it is.
Oh my god, he's doing it. This is, oh my god. He's gonna go for dropper lords with the queens. Like, where have we seen this before? He's taking a book out of the page of one of our friends.
Mate, Rogue, he's been watching a lot of Battle of the Americas. You can tell by the way he's playing right now. He's playing just like Cham. And with the Link Flood as well. And Astrea, he has no idea. He doesn't know this is coming.
He's throwing down a couple cannons. But it looks like he was throwing down cannons. No, he didn't throw down cannons, still batteries. But anyways, yeah, cannons going down. But there's like 30 Lings that just came out as well behind us. So there's going to be Queens, there's going to be Lings, there's going to be Ravagers. This is how you Zerg, man. This is how you Zerg. Sorry to Astrea. Very sad. But this is how you Zerg. This was the big brain move here.
Exactly. There's barely any units. That's why so much Sack Defense was thrown down, and it's not going to be done in time.
There's nothing left. He's even putting down creep with the Overlord so the queens can move faster. All the anti-air is going to be gone. The oracles are out of energy. The probes are pulled, but they're not being drone drilled, so they're not getting any damage done. Third base is going to go down. The immortal's getting caught out. Everything's dead here for Astrea. He's going to have some workers, but nothing's going to keep the rest of the Ravagers and reinforcements from breaking that main wall. And if they do, behind this, Rogue has 49 workers. He's going to get more workers, but he's also switching into a Spire, and he's going to come in with Mutas, I believe, after this. And
exactly,
he's going to make a lot of ground army to deny this ground army, and then Mutas are going to come in the game.
Mate, Rogue, he's just having fun right now. He's styling on his opponent, going for that Spire, going for Mutas. He doesn't even need that, as right now he's already in the natural. The third just went down. Everything is depowered. He's pushing through.
And with that, it's a big rip to NA fans all over the world. Me, myself, I am also a little sad. It's a lose-lose for me, you know, but also win-win. I get to see how to defeat this as a Zerg player. And Rogue is one of my favorite players ever to watch play as, and GG is called. Unfortunately, Astrea, even after a good taking it to the ace game against the likes of Rogue, what a event here, what a matchup. GG, Astrea wasn't able to do it. Rogue is the final qualifier here for the final event of the year.
GG, he has done it. He has secured the balance, mate. Zerg was able to defeat Protoss. We did have one Zerg player qualify through. Unfortunately, it was not an American player. Unfortunately, it was 3 Koreans and a German player making it through. But Astrea, he came so close. So close.
Rip, man. That's unfortunate. Another qualifiers dominated. Koreans are just so good they can win with even the ping and all that stuff. It's rough out here for the NA players.
Yeah, it is rough, but like at the same time, Astrea, he had a good showing today. Like he beat Bjorn earlier today as well, which was insane. He went all the way to the ace match versus Rogue. Like he's doing really well for himself. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to close it out, but I hope this is a sign to tell for things to come in 2021.
Yeah. GG's, and with that, we're pretty much done. Make sure to follow the YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, the Twitch page you're watching this on right now. Subscribe if you'd like. Everything, CranKy_Ducklings. Make sure to check it out. And thank you guys for tuning in. But, yeah, as you said, this was a great tournament. This is pretty much the final one, right, that we're going to cast as far as DreamHack goes for the year.
Oh, yeah. DreamHack Last Chance. This is it for DreamHack. At least until I am Katowice next year.
Yeah, and you know, I would say it's a little rough for America here that we didn't make it or whatever, but I think in hindsight, America is making it further in against the big players than ever before, with players like Cham, Special, Astrea, Neeb, and Nina, people like that. We're pushing through. NA server is on the come up. And I'm looking forward to 2020 as far as these events go, man. 2020 is going to be over. 2020 was not that great. It was great for StarCraft, not so great for humanity. But either way, I'm excited for 2021, man.
Yeah, definitely. You know, especially as things slowly start opening up again. I know, for example, here in Australia, because things have been going so well, we're opening up international travel with New Zealand. Like slowly things are getting better. And as
I heard New Zealand was completely COVID free now.
Oh yeah. They shut it all down, mate.
I heard they have like a prime minister. I don't know how the government works there. Apparently, some woman runs it very nicely and got rid of COVID somehow.
Yeah. It was really nice.
Do better, America. That's why we didn't win the tournament, because y'all are out there partying, going to bars, and spreading COVID. If you're gonna go anywhere, go to Applebee's. They have the table socially distanced. You gotta wear a mask. That's where you go. Don't go to a bar.
Yeah, everyone, stay at home, watch some StarCraft, social distance, keep your distance, wear a mask. All that.
So if you guys want to find me on the social medias, Yoda_Slim on Twitter and Instagram, and what else am I on? Twitch. But besides that, make sure to follow CranKy Ducklings on all the social medias. Light, where can they find you and the other social medias of the CranKy Ducklings?
Light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter if you want to follow me there. I do stream occasionally, whether it's StarCraft Ladder or some other game. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. Follow the CranKy Ducklings. We are live throughout the week, as you can see on your screen right now. We have finished up the last qualifier for DreamHack Last Chance, and we're gonna be headed into our regular programs like events. You know, Master Spawn Open is tonight. Tomorrow we got Sentimiento Latino number 100. There's a boosted prize pool for that.
Yep. Last one of the year, right?
Last one.
Lots of laughs. We're closing out the year strong. So we got cast later tonight, cast tomorrow, cast the next day, and maybe cast the next day. I don't know. You guys will have to tune in to find out, or just check the schedule.
There you go. Meanwhile, we're gonna go get some food.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get me some food. Check my Twitter. Maybe I'll talk about the food I got, guys. Yoda_Slim. But we'll see you guys next time. Make sure you social distance, wear your mask, all that good stuff. Nobody get COVID, please. Just stay home and watch StarCraft. Nothing better in life to do than that. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Ciao.